Should probably remove my gum. That's very rude. Why can't you tell secrets in a cornfield? Because they're all ears. On today's edition of YouTubers Gone Wild, I am filming with my door open. Am I right, ladies? Also, just to reiterate the fact that I am in fact a white female, today I'm going to be doing a review over the book Watch the Sky by Kirsten. I'm sorry. This is an advanced copy of a book that come out. This review is gonna go really well if I keep that up. This is an advanced copy of a book that's coming out in April. I will leave the exact date below because I didn't look that up, because when do I ever prepare for videos? Why don't I have my review notes? What the heck am I doing? This book's about a boy named Jory. He lives with his stepdad, his mom, his adopted-ish sister, and then his half-brother, whose name I forgot, but he's kind of irrelevant. He's like 1. The main gist of this book is that the stepfather has this huge idea that something's coming, that you need to be prepared. You have to watch for signs everywhere, which is why the book is called Watch the Sky, because the father's always saying anything could be a sign, watch the sky, etc. So Jory has been homeschooled for pretty much his whole life, but as soon as the new baby comes along, he has to go into public school, and of course his parents are like, don't trust the teachers, don't trust anything, it's all signs. So Jory has just basically been raised ever since he got this stepfather to be wary of everything and everyone, and the book kind of follows him as he goes through school and starts making friends, and he starts to question whether there actually is something coming, and he questions almost the sanity of his stepfather, and it's a little bit of a coming-of-age story, but also a little bit of a mystery. Let's just hop right into my review. So first of all, I don't read a lot of middle grade. I'm trying to coax myself into it because Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi is coming out eventually. We don't even know at this point, but that's gonna be middle grade, and I don't read very much middle grade, so this I knew was middle grade from the beginning, and that's the reason why I requested it, is because it just seemed like a cool idea for a young character. Alright, so first things first, I'm the realist. This book started out pretty great. It wasn't necessarily slow, it's not the most eventful book. Although it's not very action-packed, I still wasn't bored reading it. I just thought I would explain that it's not slow, but there's still not much going on. So if you're someone that just needs a book that's like this, or if you have a kid who's in the middle grade reading and needs just fast-paced books, this is a little bit more laid back. One minor issue I had with this book is I could never tell if it's dystopian or not. Now that I'm done with it, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it's no type of dystopia, or it's not set in the future, rather, is what I'm trying to say, actually. It seems like it's set in current times. But I feel like we should have been told this because it's a very interesting concept that I wanted to know. Is this some kind of futuristic society where they would have to be wary of that type of thing? Or is it just some paranoid, superstitious stepdad who needs to go to a loony bin? I think for a middle grade book, this has a lot of great morals in it. Like I said, not a lot happens. In the end, it was a really nice book. It was written great. I loved the characters, but there's nothing extraordinary about it. And it was kind of average the way it was written, the way it was ended. So the main idea I have to base my review upon is that I think the underlying message in the book is what makes it great. With young adult, typically you're given a plot, and there might be some sort of moral behind it in the very end, but typically it's just guy and girl going on adventures. It's strictly for fun. And I know this isn't fantasy or adventure, but I still think that even though it's about a kid growing up, you get that sense of a boy finding himself. There's a storyline in this book that kind of follows a theme of exploration, and even if that's just walking down the street, it's so different than him being used to stuck inside his house where he has no friends, and you get to see how Jory, is his name Jory? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Jory, Hori, okay, I take that back, it's not Hori. There's a major theme of exploration, and I've already said this, but I love how it would inspire children who read this to be like, go out and do things. There's an entire world to put your hands in, dig in the earth, and just like do things. As I grow older, I think I'm kind of becoming a little bit more aware of the impact that books have on the readers. So reading this, I'm just really happy that there's such an encouraging factor behind exploring and learning, and I think any kids that read this are going to be greatly impacted by it because they're going to feel intrigued afterward. They're going to want to put this book down after they finish it and be like, let's climb a hill. What's on the other side of the hill? And I just think that this book is definitely inspiring in that sense. And that's why I think even after you finished it, it's a pretty solid book, but the way it sticks with you is what makes it very impactful. This book did make me think a lot because, you know, it's not necessarily a mystery. There's no, like, there is a bit of build-up behind, like, is there actually something coming? What's going on? But it kind of messes with your mind. A lot of the characters are just kind of half-developed, so you have to keep guessing at them. And I think that was done brilliantly because it keeps you on your toes. The entire gist of the plot is just something that's very interesting and new and different. I love the way it wraps up. I love the interactions that Jory has with his siblings. I love how he starts to make friends and he grows past everything bad that's happened to him. Throughout the book, there's a slow disconnect between him and his family where he starts to kind of go on his own and believe in himself. And I think that was just the most beautiful thing about this book is kind of, it is a coming of age story where you see a boy who's been trained to be pretty much scared of everything and he starts to become independent. And that, in the end, was just very beautiful to me. I don't think I can comment much about the plot because I don't want to spoil how this ends, but I do think it's a very solid middle grade. I'm 17 and I think people my age would enjoy this as well. So if this sounded interesting to you or any children that you know, I would highly recommend picking it up. I gave this 4 stars. Thank you, Disney Hyperion, for sending this to me. And that is it for today's video. I hope you all learned something new. I encouraged you to check this one out. Until next time, I hope you all are having a lovely day. Spring is coming nicely. It's not getting dark at 5 p.m. Hallelujah. See y'all next time. Bye.